Much for tuning back into my channel. My name is Charmaine Marie, and listen, I am your angelic intuitive soul healer, and I am back with another angelic message, right? So listen, these messages too, they're not just for the gifted few, but it's for anyone who wishes to pursue the arts, right? So listen, I want to talk about this. Let's talk about this. So, it says, for the wisdom of this world is foolishness in God's sight. The wisdom of this world, right? So, as it is written, he catches the wise in their craftiness. Do you know that the wisdom of this world is foolishness to God? That's why he said, where is the wise man? Where is the scribe? Where is the philosopher of this age? It says, has not God made foolish the wisdom of the world, So the wisdom of this world, it says it is foolishness unto God. The world, they think their wisdom is wise when it's foolish. Because God said it. He said, let no one deceive you. He said, if any of you thinks he is wise in this age, he should become a fool. So before I took on this position of an angelic intuitive soul healer, I was a fool. Before I took on this role, I was a fool. I wasn't wise. But it was through my foolishness that I became wise. You know what I'm saying? He said, if any of you thinks he is wise in this age, okay? See, if you think you wise, you first better become a fool. That's what it means. You better become a fool before you think you wise. You can't be walking around here thinking you wise and you really ain't wise. You first got to become a fool. Become a fool so you can be wise, right? It says so that he may become wise. He says he catches the wise in their craftiness and sweeps away the plans of the cunning. He sweeps them plans right away. I'm telling you, every time I thought that I was going off from God, I was doing my own thing. I was going to build and create what I wanted to create. He was like, no, you ain't. No, you not. You going to do what I told you to do. He always brought me back to my story, to my charity organization, Rainbows of Hope. He always put me, even after I lost everything, he still always will bring you back to your purpose. You know, when you try to do what you want to do, oftentimes it don't work because God, he already know what he wants you to do. So you got to follow his plan. You can't do your own thing. This is why he sweep away the plans of the cunning. He said, be not wise in your own eyes, but fear the Lord and turn from evil. So God, he wants you to turn away from evil. God do. Okay. There is no wisdom, no understanding, no counsel that can prevail against the Lord. This is what it says. He said, although they claim to be wise. See, you can claim to be wise and still become a fool. He said they became fools. So listen, you got to be careful thinking you wise because see, in order to have wisdom, godly wisdom, okay, you got to become a fool. Become a fool in order to be wise. This is the message. Such wisdom does not come from above, but it is earthly, unspiritual, and demonic. Okay, we talking about the worldly wisdom now. You got worldly wisdom and you got spiritual wisdom. So the wisdom of this world is foolishness in God's sight. You know? So we want to become wise. We're not talking about, okay, we're not talking about the wisdom, okay, that is earthly, unspiritual, and demonic. We don't want worldly wisdom, because he said the wisdom of this world is foolish in God's sight. But we want spiritual wisdom. Okay, we want ancient wisdom and knowledge. Okay, that's what we want. He said, therefore, I will again confound these people with wonder upon wonder. The wisdom of the wise will vanish. Okay, and the intelligence of the intelligent will be hidden. This is what it says. The wise will be put to shame. They will be dismayed and trapped, since they have rejected the words of God. He said, what wisdom do they really have? What worldly wisdom, which is foolish in God's sight, do you really have when you reject the words of God? This is why he said that he's going to confound the people, y'all. And he said the wisdom of the wise will vanish. The intelligence of the intelligent will be hidden. Okay? This is why Jesus, he declared at that time, he said, I praise you, Father. He always went to the Father. He said, Lord of heaven and earth. Okay? This is what God said. Lord of heaven and earth. He said, because you have hidden these things from the wise and learned, and you revealed them to the little children. Now go back and watch my video about becoming little children. This is why we need to become like little children. Because most oftentimes, God, he reveals secrets to you when you humble, right? He hide things from you when you're not humble. This is why he said, the wise will be put to shame. We're talking about the people, okay? These demonic spiritual, these demonic spirits in this world, they believe that they are wise. And this is why they're going to be put to shame, because their wisdom is foolishness. Worldly wisdom in the sight of God is foolishness, right? He said, I will destroy the wisdom of the wise. The intelligence of the intelligent I will frustrate. He said, where is the wise man? Where is the scribe? And where is the philosopher of this age? He says, has not God made foolish the wisdom of the world? So this is why God, if you want to become wise, first, you got to become a fool. And this is why God, he chose the foolish things of the world to shame the wise. God chose the weak things of the world to shame the strong. He said, among the mature, however, we speak a message of wisdom, but not the wisdom of this age or of the rulers of this age, who are coming to nothing. He said, no, we speak of the mysterious and hidden wisdom of God, which he destined for our glory before time began. This is what we're speaking about. We're talking about the mysterious and hidden wisdom of God, because you are a steward of the mysteries of God. This is what we're talking about. We ain't talking about worldly wisdom, because we know that is foolishness to God. But in order to become wise, you first must become a fool. So listen, he said, for this is our boast. Okay? Our conscience testifies that we have conducted ourselves in the world, and especially in relation to you, in the holiness and sincerity that are from God. Not in the worldly wisdom, but in the grace of God. This is our boast, okay? We have conducted ourselves in the holiness and sincerity that is from God, okay? He says, see to it that no one, he tells you, he says, no one takes you captive through philosophy and empty deception, okay, which are based on human tradition in the spiritual forces of the world rather than on Christ. Okay? This is why he tells you, if any of you lack wisdom, he should ask God who gives. Do you know that God will give you wisdom and he will give it to you generously? He said to all without finding fault. It will be given unto him. So if you are lacking wisdom, you ask God to give you wisdom. But sometimes you got to become a fool in order to become wise. Okay? This is why he says that. Let us deal wisely with them. Okay? Least they multiply. And it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, okay, they join also unto our enemies and fight against us. You hear that? And so get them up out of the land. So listen, y'all. This is deep. So listen, I'm done. Remember that the world's wisdom is foolishness in God's sight. This is why, for it is written, he snares the wise, okay, in their own craftiness.